In this video we're taking a look at the Asics Gel Nimbus Lite number 2. Hey, what's up everyone and welcome back to 40 Runs. How are you all doing? Let me know in the comments, and while you're down there, do you own a pair of Asics running shoes? If you do, which ones? Let me know in the comments. I'm guessing most of you are going to say Nova Blast or Glide Ride. I've got Glide Ride in the video. Should be a round of applause somewhere because I'm awesome. Anyway, the Gel Nimbus 2 Lite has finally hit the shores of the UK. This has been out in the US for a little while. I couldn't wait to get my hands on it. After having the Gel Nimbus 23 on the channel, I couldn't wait to get the Gel Nimbus Lite 2. Why? Lighter, funkier, better looking, and just a little bit more awesome. Right, so here it is, the Gel Nimbus Lite 2. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comments. I'm kind of digging it, personally. I like Nimbus written on here because I'm weird. I like the sculpture of the sort of midsole. I just like the overall sort of camo look of the upper. But let me know in the comments. What do you think about the look of the shoe? Firstly, I'm going to talk about fit, right? And bear with me. I know we usually get into stats and features, and we'll do that in a sec, but I want to talk about fit because it looks massive. And that may be the first thing you think of when you look at this video and you think, ain't that shoe really, really big? But you know what? It actually is quite large. And I would recommend that if you order these online, because obviously the situation where most of the stuff's having to be done online, that you order your usual size and half a size down. Trust me, it might be worth trying out. This is very, very similar in terms of the Nova Blast for fit for me. The Nova Blast was that, I wish they did 0.25 sizes. Let me know in the comments, do you wish they did 0.25 sizes? Because the Nova Blast was just that little bit too long. Even though it fit, but the 9 was a little bit, I could get in it, but it wasn't, I was at 0.25. I was like a 9.25. Oh man. Right, so now I'm back to speaking English. 9.25, done it the first time. So yeah, anyway, I wanted to tell you about the fit. The other thing about fit, and again, we'll come on to stats and features in a minute, is it's quite wide. And I'm not moaning about that. It's actually wide. And so if you've got a wider foot, you're going to be digging this. I think a lot of it comes from the sort of movability of the upper. There's a lot of flex in that upper, but it is a really, really wide platform. And I'll come on to about the platform in a minute because it's one of the things I'm digging. But yeah, so again, width-wise, people, you won't have a problem. If you're worried about width in some of the shoes and stuff like that, this is a good place to go. Okay, people, stats and features time of the Nimbus Gel whatever 2 Lite. I can never remember what it's called. Anyway, it is £140 here in the UK, or $150, whatever you want to call it. It's 9.1 ounces, which is what, 258 grams? 8mm drop we've got. Now, this is very, very cool, and I'm digging this. There's a lot of recycled, sustainable stuff chucked at this, right? And I'm going to read this out. Where is it? Bear with me. Right, so, and I like this. Okay, nearly the entire upper of the Gel Nimbus Lite 2 is formed with recycled materials that help your feet breathe better throughout your run. Simultaneously, the Flight Foam midsole technology incorporates cellulose nanofibre, a sustainable material that increases the durability of the foam. So they're using recycled materials in here, so that is awesome. So well done, Asics. Big shout out and mad love. I think somebody said, and I'm going to get this wrong, but there's some sugarcane material or offshoots of sugarcane or something in the midsole material. So let me know in the comments if you know more about that. But I just dig the fact that it's gone proper sustainable. So well done. You've got the flight foam midsole in there. You've got a, what's the best way to describe it? A rubberized-ish, you've got the AHA, which I always say wrong, rubber on the outsole, but it's there's little, I don't know if you can see it through the mud, but there's like sort of lumps of rubber on the outsole there, and then you've got the exposed flight foam there. Mesh upper, as you'd expect. Traditional lacing, a really thick tongue. Again, why is this so thick? And I think that adds to the weight, to be honest with you. They've kind of, there's loads of foam around the heel, and I'm not complaining, it's just there is loads of foam. And I think they just tried to make it still sort of resemble a Nimbus, because the Nimbus, if you never tried a Nimbus, the original versions, they've got a lot of foam around them. So they've again made it really comfortable, and maybe they've added actually too much foam. I'm not sure. You've got some cool overlays, you know, that are there for, you know, adding bits and structure. The overall sort of platform, and I alluded to it earlier, I mentioned it earlier, is really wide. And I like that. So this is a shoe I think that would help overpronators. I'm not saying it's a shoe for an overpronator, but I think it may help with overpronation. If you're a neutral runner, slight overpronator, because of the width of the platform, it really is quite a stable place to run. It really is one of the widest shoes. I'm just looking for an example. I mean, again, this is meant to be the Infinity. See what I mean? Look, again, width. Now, this is meant to be here. It's meant to talk about injury prevention and all that sort of stuff, mild stability. But see the width as well. But look, how much in the midfoot as well. Yeah, gives you an idea. Hopefully it does. So yeah, so that's one of the sort of things I did notice about was the width and the sort of stable platform on which you run. The flight foam is an absolute joy. Oh, by the way, you've got two gel pockets in this. You can't see them, but there's one up here and one down there. There's two bits of gel in there. You've got the flight foam, which is the sort of softest flight foam I've felt. It's not as soft as the Nova Blast, and I'll come on to that in a minute, but it is softer than some of the shoes that Asics make. And the ride, despite if it's not a soft ride, it's a, what's the best word? What's the best word? Not plush. It's a, no, not cushioned. I would say it is a, this is the worst word to use, comfortable ride. It is, but it is. And you get that sort of nice bounce from it. It's an element of soft, it's an element of plush, and it's just comfortable. And you get the gel in there, and it's probably the worst way to describe it. Let me know in the comments, does anybody else describe the shoes as bad as me on YouTube? But it really is a very, very nice midsole. And it's a nice material that they've created, and a nice compound, sorry, that they've created in terms of that energy return, in terms of that feeling that you get, you know, you just get a nice sort of, yeah, comfortable bounce. You know, it just gives you a bit of confidence, makes you feel awesome. And that's what shoes should be like. Running shoes should make you feel awesome. And this shoe does that, you know, it's as a daily trainer, it does that. Yes, it's not the lightest shoe in the world. Yes, it is, you know, wide, but you know what? I think it's great. And you know what I actually really, really think? And this is where this is going to appeal to some of you. Now, on the channel, I can't even remember when it came out, the Nova Blast, right? We're going to go and talk about the Nova Blast. The Nova Blast is an awesome shoe if it suits you. The Flight Foam Blast in that is quite unstable if you pronate slightly. It's such a soft midsole that you can collapse, and it can become unstable, and some people have really come unstuck with it. Other people love it, and it is a great shoe. From the feedback I've seen from people, it is a great shoe. But this, for us people who couldn't get on with the Nova Blast, is like the next best thing. And I would really recommend, if you liked the Nova Blast but couldn't get on with it, then check this out. And that's where I want to leave this video, because what I think Asics have created here with the Gel Nimbus Lite 2, and by the way, this is much better than the Nimbus 23. If you're like want a traditional running shoe, blah, 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 and there's nothing wrong with that shoe, by the way, get it. You know, it'll do everything you want it to do. But if you're like me, and you're a bit, you know, you want to pick it up a bit, you want to, you know, just crack on a bit, but ease off as well, do a few different things, you want to be something in there, something that's a bit funky, new tech and all that sort of stuff, then you're going to dig this more than the 23. But yeah, sorry, if you couldn't get on with the Nova Blast, this is the shoe for you. It really is one of Asics' sort of best daily trainers they do. It's not anywhere comparable, I think, to the Glide Ride. The Glide Ride's in a different sort of area. This is a daily trainer. If you couldn't get on with the Nova Blast, is the way to go. And that's where I want to leave the video. So, people of YouTube and all my beautiful followers and subscribers, that is my advice to you. If you couldn't get on with the Nova Blast, buy this.